Hi everyone! Today I'm going to talk about everything you need to know about clearing and adjustment. I'm going to go through some of the most common questions that people ask about clearing and adjustment. If you would like to see this video kind of written down, you can go to our FAQ page and see all these questions answered again in written format. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, in the description bar, we're going to have a list of all the questions that I'm answering and the point at which I answer them in the video. So if there's a specific question you would really like answering, you don't have to watch the whole video, you can go to that question and I will answer it for you.
What is adjustment?
So adjustment is basically the process by which you can get a place at a different university or a different course that you hadn't originally applied to if you have met and exceeded the grades that you were required to get at your original university. So, met and exceeded, that means that you have got at least one grade higher, at least one A-level of your A-level choices. If you were offered BBB, you would have met and exceeded your conditions if you got ABB, but you wouldn't have met and exceeded them if you got BBBB. Obviously you would have met them, but you just wouldn't have exceeded them.
When does adjustment begin and end?
Adjustment begins in the middle of August and it ends at the end of August. For 2019, that's the 15th of August and the 31st of August. But that is obviously subject to change each year. So make sure that you go to the application deadlines page on UCAS and see what the dates are for the year that you're applying.
Can I apply for any course during adjustment?
So conceivably, you could apply for any course, but obviously, as you might expect, some of the most competitive courses will be completely full, so there won't be any places. However, it's still definitely worth a look, because even the most competitive courses, such as medicine, do have places through adjustment every single year.
How do I search for courses?
You need to click Register for Adjustment at the top of the UCAS track page. You can then search for all the different courses. Obviously, as you might have realised, universities advertise their adjustment places and their clearing places online and in adverts in newspapers as well. But the UCAS page is definitely the best place to look because that's going to have the official line on all the different courses and you can search through them really easily.
This is nerve-wracking. What do I say to Unis?
Obviously, this could be a little bit nerve-wracking. It is also conceivably very exciting because you might be getting onto a course that you prefer to do at a university you prefer to go to. Just try to stay chill and stay calm. Go to the university, give them your personal ID, obviously your name, and then they will check on UCAS that you've exceeded your conditions. Then just talk to them about what vacancies they have, whether they would potentially consider taking you. Make sure to them that it's a reconnaissance mission. Don't say to any of them, yes, I definitely want to do this, unless you are 100% sure this is the course for you. So you're free to call lots of different unis and get a kind of idea about whether they take you, but don't say to any of them until you're sure, yes, I'd really like to go here.
How do I prove I got the grades?
They can see through UCAS with your personal ID. Obviously, if you call on results day, it might be really slow. There are thousands of students getting their results on that day, and they might not be able to update your results super quickly. So just be patient and wait until they know that you have met and exceeded the conditions of your offer.
How do I accept an offer?
Basically, you just say, yes, I would like to go here. It's verbally. You don't have to do any of the admin. They do that all for you, which I'm sure is quite a nice break from all the admin and all the applying that you've had to be doing for UCAS. So just make sure that you say to them, yes, this is for me, and they'll do all the work for you, and you can kind of kick back and relax and celebrate.
Does it cost to use adjustment?
If you applied with the reduced fee, because you're only applying for one university, you will have to pay an extra little fee in order to use adjustment. For 2019, if you apply for the reduced fee of £18, you'll have to pay an extra £6 in order to apply through adjustment. So yes, maybe a little bit. This number changes year on year, so be sure to check for the year that you're applying. But this obviously only applies to people who applied with that reduced fee.
Do I reject my other offers?
So your other offer is safe and completely confirmed until you accept another offer. And then once you accept the other offer, they'll do the work for you.
Will student finance still cover me?
The short answer is yes, they will still cover you. You just need to update them with your details as soon as possible so that they can get the money to you via the right route and know what university you're at.
Do I get guaranteed accommodation?
So for some lucky people at some universities, they will get guaranteed accommodation. So yes, for some people, but for other people, no, you won't get guaranteed accommodation. And obviously it's a little bit late in the game when it comes to accommodation. You might have to be a bit flexible when finding somewhere. You might have to look at private renting, but a really good thing to do would be to go on the freshers pages on Facebook for your different unis. And there are lots of different information about the accommodation in that city that you might want to look at. Now it's time to look at clearing. So clearing is obviously a little bit different from adjustment, and it might come about at a little bit more of a stressful time. Obviously it's never nice to have your plans change unexpectedly, especially if you were really set on a university and really excited about a course that you were going to do. But my advice would be to just stay calm. You can always apply again next year, you can always retake exams. It really isn't the end of the world, but obviously it can be quite stressful, and it can be increasingly stressful because of the fact that it's so busy on the day that you'll find out, and you might be calling lots of different unis and not getting through. But yeah, my advice is stay calm.
What exactly is clearing?
So clearing is basically the process by which you get a course at another university, or just at a different course at the same university, when you haven't quite met the conditions of the offer that you got originally.
Am I eligible?
So you're eligible if you don't have a course and the course that you want to go on instead has places.
When does clearing begin and end?
So basically clearing begins at the beginning of July and ends at the end of October. You might think it's a bit strange that it begins at the beginning of July, so obviously before results day, but that's because universities and students might think, okay, yeah, I might actually be interested in another uni, and start kind of doing again that kind of reconnaissance mission before they've even got their results. For 2019, it's the 5th of July and the 22nd of October to be more specific, but that again is going to change year on year, so you're going to have to search again through the UCAS application deadline page to make sure you've got it right for your year.
Can I apply for any course?
Yes, if the course has places and you meet the requirements. Also, for universities such as Cambridge, there are other conditions that you have to meet in order to go through clearing. Cambridge went into clearing for the first time this year, and the conditions that you have to meet are a little bit different. Basically, you have to be from a disadvantaged background, and you also have to have already applied to Cambridge in the autumn and have got rejected after interview. So it's not the usual kind of situation. If you are interested in this and want to find out more, we've got a really good article on it on our website, so please check that out.
Do I have to be interviewed?
The short answer is yes. Sometimes you will have to be interviewed for courses like medicine. Basically, you'll have to be interviewed at that university, probably in the summer. You'll go to interview, you'll have interview like everybody else would have had, and then they'll give you your offer either there, or they'll give you an offer over the phone, or obviously not, as the case may be. So yeah, be prepared for that if you've applied for something like medicine.
Does it cost?
Again, as you might have heard with the adjustment video, it can cost. If you've applied for the reduced fee of this year, it's £18 instead of £24. So you're going to have to pay that extra £6 to make your adjustment application. This only applies to people who applied for that reduced fee.
How do I search for places?
You search for places through UCAS Track. It's the only official way that you can search for places through clearing. But as you again might have already seen, I certainly have, in newspapers and online, there are already universities advertising that they have clearing places. So it makes sense to look at them too, but UCAS is the only official way to look through it, and it's probably the best one.
What do I say to Unis?
You need to give them your name, your personal ID, and your clearing number. You can find this on Track. Say to them that you're interested in potentially doing one of their courses, ask them if they have any vacancies, and they'll talk to you about whether they would potentially accept you, and obviously if they do actually have any places.
What are the rules around retaking exams?
Unfortunately, January exams are a thing of the past. You can only retake exams in the summer, so you will have to wait until next year in order to retake exams. However, the good news is that you can retake certain modules rather than the whole exam. So if there was one module that you didn't do so well on, you can just retake that one, but you will have to wait until next year.
Should I get my exams remarked?
This is a difficult question. It kind of can only be answered by you because your mark can go up, which is great, but unfortunately it can obviously also go down, and the final mark that you get is final. You won't be able to change it ever again. So you've got to think long and hard about this. Think about several things. I got an exam remarked, and I thought about whether I thought I'd done worse in the exam than I expected. And I also asked my teachers whether they thought I did worse than expected compared to how I'd been doing through the rest of the year. So yeah, you kind of need to think, was this expected? Or was this really kind of a bit of an aberration? You weren't expecting it at all. And obviously another really important thing to consider is whether you're actually near a grade boundary. So if you got, say, a 78 or a 79 and you need an 80 to get an A, it could make sense to get remarked to try and go up to an A. But if you got a 71, 72, it might make a little bit less sense to get it remarked because the chances of it going up by that many marks are obviously slimmer.
How do I secure my clearing offer?
Once you've been verbally accepted, you need to add your offer onto UCAS track. You'll be able to see on UCAS when they have officially accepted you.
Will I still be funded by student finance?
Chances are yes. If you've applied for a course already and you've just changed to a different course, you generally just need to update your details with student finance and it will all go through pretty smoothly. It's a little bit more difficult when you haven't applied for a course yet and you have to apply for student finance kind of from the beginning. But usually, again, this can be worked out. You just need to apply as soon as possible because it can take up to 6 weeks to process your application. But even if they haven't completely processed it by the time that you start uni, perhaps in mid-September or late September, universities are often okay with that because they know that the money's going to come through at some point. So yes, basically is the answer, but be prompt.
Is every uni in clearing?
No, not every university is in clearing, but many are. And the old stereotype of the only universities being in clearing being kind of the less prestigious universities is very outdated and plain wrong. Obviously, some really prestigious universities, such as Cambridge, are now in clearing, and you can secure really good places at really good universities through clearing.
Will unis go below their usual entry requirements?
Potentially, within the context of clearing, universities are more likely to go below their usual requirements. And, I don't know if you know this, but this year there are less 18-year-olds than there was last year and the year before that. So there is some pressure on universities to accept students through clearing. So yes, they may well go below their normal requirements.
Can I add multiple options for clearing onto UCAS?
You can only add one option per time. So I guess yes, but only one at a time. If you don't get one accepted, you can then add another.
I didn't meet my offer, but my uni hasn't declined yet. What should I do?
There are generally two reasons why this might be. The first is because of the volume of students. They just haven't updated your details yet, and they just don't know what you have got. So they haven't been able to accept or decline you. The other reason might be that they actually have seen your results, but they're trying to see whether other students have got their results or not got their results, and might be seeing whether they have the places to still take you. And so that's definitely an option as well. Just basically kind of sit tight, be patient, and wait until they update you.
I can't get through on the phone. What should I do?
This is going to be the case for quite a few people. It's going to be super busy. Universities have to employ staff just for that one day in order to answer all the phone calls that they're going to be getting. My advice is just be patient, wait it out, but persevere, and you will get through eventually.
I'd like to go through clearing but never applied. What should I do?
Some people go through clearing, but they never even applied for university to begin with, and this is definitely an option for people. The advice is, however, be quick. You need to apply for the course and update all your information and add all the additional things that anyone needs to do, such as your personal statement, as soon as possible, so that a university has time to consider whether they'd like to take you. So yes, but again, be quick.
What should I do about accommodation?
With accommodation, you might have to be a little bit flexible. As I'm sure you know, a lot of the places for accommodation will have already gone. It's quite late in the day for accommodation, but it's very possible to get accommodation. There still might be places at university accommodations, there often are, or you might just have to rent privately. A really good thing to do would be to look at the freshers pages and see whether people are talking about accommodation or advertising accommodation, and see what you might be able to get. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative. If you have other questions, please ask us or ask people on the forums. And if you would like to see this kind of written down, please check out our FAQ page, which has all this information there. Thank you. Goodbye.
Hi guys, if you like this video, make sure you go to our website generationmedics.org.uk for more awesome content. And while you're there, become a member so you can be part of our community. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and comment down below to let us know what you want to see more of.